Welcome back to the Retention Edge podcast. I've got Paul, Matt here, two first names from Adwisely. Paul, give everyone a quick intro on yourself, man.
Hi, Eric. Really appreciate for your invitation. Really happy to be here. Thanks for having me. My name is Paul. I'm CEO and co-founder at Adwisely. This is Shopify application. What basically we're doing, we help online store owners, mostly based on Shopify, to run profitable AI-powered ads on Meta and Google. And our goal here is to help them to get as much sales as possible with minimum effort, especially when they don't have any expertise. So basically, our focus is to set up integration with Meta Google, to analyze store and understand what to run, automatically run campaign, manage them, and with the help of advertising experts, in-house advertising experts, to help them grow when there is enough room for growth. Yeah.
Super cool. I think what you guys do is really interesting because you're essentially bringing a level of expertise in Facebook or Meta and Google ad management to brands that wouldn't historically be able to hire someone to run ads, right? If you look at hiring an agency, you're going to spend thousands to tens of thousands of dollars a month to hire a team of people that are going to manage your ad sets, which leads itself to having only bigger brands being able to afford it. And then if you're on the smaller brand side, you're typically going to have to just learn how to run ads yourself, right? Which
Yeah.
means on top of running ads yourself, you have to learn how to do inventory and market, like all the different facets of marketing and everything else that has to do with e-commerce. So I think what you guys do is really interesting. So maybe let's backtrack to the start of this business. How did this kind of come about? What was the inspiration behind it? And how did you initially build out this solution?
Uh, Great question. We'll be happy to quickly show you how we started. Um, so right now we have more than 10 years experience and expertise, mostly working with Shopify brands to run exclusively Meta and Google ads. Right now we have around 35K plus total installs. We have a lot of data and practices in order to understand what campaigns works, what not. So how we started, we used to have back then in 2012, Meta used to be Facebook released new technology which says dynamic ads. It used to be Facebook dynamic ads and product catalog sales. And in order to run this campaign, it was super exciting technology. You just run campaign for the people who visited your website, didn't make a purchase, and you showing them the exact product they see before, but not purchased. Right now, it's like a general automated advertising campaign on Meta and Google. But 10 years ago, even more, it was just magic. So just Facebook released this. I noticed that this is something that will change the market. And I tried to find out what the biggest market. The biggest market is Shopify. What the is there any solution that allows such campaign to run? No. So we maybe during the 2 weeks launch Shopify app that fully automates run Facebook dynamic ads with one click for any Shopify online store owner that doesn't require any technical development on their side. Everything was full automated, and it was like game changer for um, quite an industry, Shopify community. Yeah, we were very successful application at that moment because only we offered this. And previously, I ran a lot of campaigns. I love e-commerce. I I have my marketplace that allows um, sellers with different brick and mortar shops who are not available on Shopify online at all. It's more than 15
Mhm.
years ago to upload easily products and sell them online via Facebook page. Yeah, so their website was their Facebook page, and we allow the purchases directly from their Facebook pages. Facebook already made this right now, but we were the first who made this
Cool.
more than 2 years ago. Yeah.
That's cool. Uh, and so once you guys kind of released this solution, right? And now you guys have tens of thousands of different Shopify stores using it. What kind of advantages do you guys see having been built out now that you have this really large data set of thousands to tens of thousands of Shopify brands all spending anywhere from, a couple $1,000s a month on ads all the way up to probably hundreds of thousands of dollars a month on ads. How has that changed the
Yeah.
product?
So we started with retargeting only. It was like 30. The targeting doesn't require a lot of budget, and it was our problem. We wasn't able to grow because any shop goes to us, they have like up to $100 budget, and that's it.
Mhm.
And they're just simply paying like $30 per subscription, and there is nothing to do. So we start thinking how to go to forward, how to help stores to grow sales with customer acquisition, prospecting, etc. We started learning how to do it correctly, best practices, and we step by step started implementing AI-powered campaigns. Mostly, we use AI to build Meta and Google, but we know how to set up them correctly based on data. There is a lot of settings there. And we started to focusing on product catalog sales. On Meta, this is Advantage Plus. On the Google, this is PMax campaigns.
Mhm.
And it became our main focus. So we even do not offering automated retargeting campaign for self-service customers. It only run by our experts. Yes. And so yeah, we moved to customer acquisition focus, or it allows us to grow our customers
Mhm.
efficiently and grow our subscription fee as well. We're also charging 10% fee from advertising spend and change our business model. Um,
Oh,
and in terms of advantage, so as you already mentioned, Google and Meta is really hard. It requires expertise. Most D2C brands, Shopify, source running, using agencies to run ads. If you go to 90% of companies on Shopify, they don't have their own PPC. This is mostly in-house experts, which is done by agencies. So there are 75 or plus percent of Shopify stores that don't have money to hire agency because agency is quite expensive. It requires minimum budget, and it takes a minimum fee at least 2,000 to $5,000 or $10,000 a month. So this
yeah.
is quite a big chunk of the budget that can go to advertising spend. So our advantage, first of all, we automate all the basic campaigns. How to set up them, how to run them, how to connect all the necessary assets. It's fully automated, even if you don't know the ugly Google or Meta advertising portal or admin panel. We do not give clients to go users to see these panels. They just simply do everything with our onboarding, automated onboarding. And uh, when automatically campaign started, it just take a few minutes. No need to pay a subscription up for before. No need to pay any retainers, agreements, and etc. Everything is just done in a few minutes. This is the first advantage, and no need um, to pay or to have a relationship with someone who wait when you wait someone directly, you analyze your directly to you or analyze your websites, everything. We totally remove all these processes, and our automated software doing all the mostly job of advertising expert automatic.
Mhm.
Um, and our advantage is when the shop has uh, done through all the basic processes, we assign the advertising expert, our in-house advertising expert, who then manually review the shop and guide them when to increase budget, what other campaigns to run, and based on the goals of the store.
Mhm.
Basically, is a hybrid of automatization and agency, um, but much cheaper, yeah, than agency.
What percentage of the work is done by a person versus the actual tool, the software itself?
So I would say um, our advertising experts mostly reviewing results and trying to identify insights when there is some issues.
Mhm.
Uh, most of the work, this is 90%, is fully automated. But if there is issues, it's mostly in most cases, it requires personalized review of the expert to understand where is the issue. This is a business of a product, or this is conversion of the website, or there is some problem with creative or a message, etc. So we are not automate the review part because it's very personal to any brand, and it requires the help of the human.
Mhm.
But we're moving forward to automate this as well. And so to answer to your questions, about 90% of the all work is automated related to ads.
Part of what agencies do when they're running ad campaigns for their clients is that they're assessing the entire customer journey, right? From the second that they see the ad to the creative that they see on the image, if it's Meta, right? If it's an Instagram story or Facebook, wherever it lies. And on top of that, they'll then analyze, okay, what's the landing page that we're sending them to based on, the ad that we're running, and optimizing that page to make sure that it's going to perform. Where do you guys land between, like, just setting up the ad and not touching anything else, to understanding that customer journey to make sure that the ad actually performs as you'd want it to?
So we have strict focus. We run catalog ads only.
Okay.
We are not running anything that do related to brand awareness or um, flash sales or sales, etc.
Mhm.
Particular, not evergreen campaign, which will live about 2 weeks mostly or 1 month. So
Yeah.
we are not running that campaign because we will spend a lot of time creating this campaign. It will take just a few weeks to be alive, and then it will be shut down. So we're not interested in that, unfortunately. So we focus only on performance marketing campaign, which is catalog sales campaigns, both on Meta and Google. If the user and as answer to your question, potential buyer will land to a product page
Hmm.
and not a landing page. But there is also the solution to go to landing page, the main landing page as well. But there is no sense because our goal is to show the right product at the right time to the right audience, but we are not showing the brand. So if we show when someone view the ad, it needs to be redirected to the product page.
Okay. Yeah, that makes complete sense. And so, as you're working with brands, there's usually going to be some sort of minimum ad spend that they'd probably need to run to make the ads at least somewhat effective. And then there's probably a top out where at some point it probably makes sense for them to start looking at agencies and have an actual team that's running the ads. Where do you fall within that range?
So yeah, this is a good question because we used to work for everyone, and it was total mess.
Yeah,
Never,
imagine.
never do it again. No, don't do it. So we our sweet spot is about 300K in annual recurring revenue to in annual revenue, sorry, from
Yeah.
300K to 5 million. This is our sweet spot of brands who established, but yet not ready for agency. Because average budget is about 15-20% from monthly
Yeah.
sales. And this is the sweet spot for us that we still can be valuable. But
So,
when brand going more than 5 million, they can hire
so at the
agency.
minimum end, call it 30 to 60K ad spend a year.
Yeah. Uh,
Um,
so minimum, this is 2.5K per
a month.
month per platform. So this is about the not most brands are not starting by having 100 day budget per meter per goal.
Yeah.
It's always start with about $30 per month, and this is our per day. Sorry, and this is our recommendation. I have a lot of best practices, so it allows to brand get stable traction with stable return on advertising spends and the time investment during the time is much better than start investing right away a lot of budget because it will be inefficient. So they're starting small, but our sweet spot to grow them to minimum to about 2.5K to $2,500 per month per platform. So if they're using Meta plus Google, so
Mhm.
we aim to set the minimum budget for 5K per month.
Okay. And then you said at the top end, brands are doing around $5 million a year in revenue is where they start to look at agencies or external teams or
Yeah.
get in house, whatever it might be.
So these customers mostly spending with us 30K plus per month, and
Mhm.
we charge the cap maximum amount is $3,000, $3,200 per month.
Mhm.
And so even if they will go to spend 100K as well, they will pay only $3,200. Because if we will charge more, they will switch to agency. So that's the reason. And they able to switch and pay to agencies as well at that moment. But because our product has already at that stage about 5 at least campaigns per platform, and
Yeah.
they're fully optimized with high budget, it's really hard to switch at that level of budget.
Do you ever see anyone doing both, running, you know, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 a month through you and then the rest through an agency?
Uh, we used to have a lot of agencies using our product to run ads. Um, Pretending this is their work. And this is a good practice. Actually, we partnering with agencies to actually asking them to do it because they don't want to spend time for customers with small budget.
Yeah.
Basically, we're doing the same work for them um, and cheaper. So this is a very rare case when shop has agency and app at the same time. Mostly if shop or brand already working with agency must cover all the paid ads budget. Only if the agency is not working properly, a lot of customers come to us and say, "So we tried agency, they get a lot of money, it doesn't work. Let's do something with it." But never do both.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
I,
I
I can say that never, mostly, in
mostly never.
general. Yeah,
Yeah, mostly never. I mean, yeah, I mean that I think that makes sense. I think it's interesting that you had agencies actually you basically like reselling your product. And
yeah.
sure.
And
No.
there is also the one inside our customers, based on our experience, changing agencies every 3 months.
Hmm.
So there is a lot of cases when we have a client running with us 3 months, then go to agency, using 3 months with
Yeah.
agency, and go back to us. And this is a very repetitive case.
How do you guys manage that internally with like uh the churn associated with someone switching pretty consistently? Is that a regular thing or is that only in like special unique cases?
Um, so it depends on the segment. If the customer is a big, large segment, I can give you what segment we have. But in terms of, I said they spend it 30K a month on ads with us. Mostly, if they go, they very rarely get back, because they're growing really fast. They have budget, they have money, and agency doing. If you pay agency and you have budget, they do much more work than we can. So
Yeah.
this customer definitely go overgrown our services, and that's fine. But the majority, if we go to the customers who under 5 million in annual revenue, um, as example, 1.5 million, they will be with us about 3, 5 years, and a lot of cases when they are not growing fast, they simply don't want. They have 1.5 million, 2 million in revenue. That's per year. That's what they need, and this is they're just changing collections, and they don't want to grow to 5 million. This is the biggest core, biggest chunk of our customers. They simply don't can't afford agency, and they don't want to scale operations.
When
I mean, yeah, inventory is always limited if you do your own products and you need to find an investor to pay you more money. to produce more products. So they just having stable businesses, and we have a lot of such cases.
Okay. Uh, with Black Friday coming up now, it's 3 days from now. This is going to release after Black Friday, but I'm still curious to hear your perspectives since you're managing thousands of different ads for brands. What are some of the best strategies heading into Black Friday and Cyber Monday for scaling ad spend during this holiday season, and then managing it effectively as well to make sure that you know if if you're not at least first order profitable, you have this retention engine as well to make that second, third, or fourth purchase after.
Hmm. Yeah, happy to share how we're doing this. So uh, I can't say that there is a clear strategy, the winning strategy that needs to be or must be applied to everyone. I just share what we're doing and why. So first of all, during Black Friday, Cyber Monday, the cost per measure goes to 3x, 4x higher than average. And the main goal during this period, if shop want to grow with performance marketing campaigns, A-power ones. So the campaigns must have to be optimized or exited the learning phase and already be with a high budget at least 2 weeks before Black Friday and Cyber Monday.
Hmm.
So this is the main goal, because campaigns that gonna be just created or will be in learning phase during the second half of the November, they probably will not be optimized fast, and they will spend so many budget just to exit learning phase, and mostly there's going to be a lot of loss of resources, advertising budget. I'm not talking about the large brands. I'm talking about the brands who have limits in their budget and they want to get from their particular budget as much returns as possible.
Yeah.
So regarding best practice, what we do not recommend is to create a new campaign during Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Any campaign on Meta requires learning phase, and it requires at least 50 conversions in past 14 days. So during Black Friday, creating campaign will not generate you result fast, but you will lose a lot. And what else we don't recommend? We don't recommend scale budgets aggressively, like 50% during the Black Friday or higher, 100%. It probably makes sense to look for retargeting campaigns. But if you're targeting new customers, your campaign after such increase will switch to learning phase again. And it will try to find new buyers. And new buyers are not familiar with your business, will require some time to make a decision. And it's always about 2 weeks plus.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it's definitely no sense to do this. So what is recommended to, based on our experience, that was in the last 10 years, how we doing this? So brands should have, it's also about catalog sales campaign. Yeah. Campaign should to be launched at least 6 months before Black Friday, Cyber Monday. I mean, the ones evergreen or always on with catalog.
Hmm.
And the budget needs to be started to be scaling about 20-25% at a time or less in August or September. So before the November, the budget will be at least 3x or 2x that you had before. This is the way how you can keep the ROAS, return on investments, quite sustainable, and mostly keep it at 2x ROAS, 3x ROAS. Your goal here is not to be profitable as much as you can, but scale budget that allows you to scale. So
Hmm.
that's why we're targeting during this process, we're targeting lower ROAS, about 2x, 3x, but the minimum ROAS that allows scale budgets. So that's needs to be done before. And before Black Friday, Cyber Monday, there are a lot of some sales events like Halloween, as example. A lot of brands are not doing Halloween, unfortunately, and other holidays, and we always asking our customers do um, pre Black Friday, Monday sales because you have retargeting audience. So that campaign that generate a lot of new traffic requires some sales. And when you have that traffic, you can always, that you're already having with always one campaign, you need to engage them with retargeting campaigns that offers some special sales during Halloween, etc. It helps also your audience understand that you're going to be participate in Black Friday, and there are going to be some deals, and they will be prepared. This is very important. So when there's some sales hit, some sales event, uh, retargeting campaigns needs to be there as well, and audience duration window needs to be as much as possible, like 180 days plus all your purchasing base. And this campaign needs to be always on during your sales period. Yeah, so and the same, you're just doing the same during Black Friday, Cyber Monday. You start your Black Friday, Cyber Monday when your main campaign already optimized and already has high budget. So it will not be in learning phase. You have your retargeting campaign, dynamic retargeting campaign, or visit retargeting campaign with creatives that showing all the sales that you have. And it should work 2 weeks before Black Friday and 1 week after.
It's interesting, because
And one more note, you no need to recreate campaigns. You always make changes inside the
yeah,
same campaign.
optimize the existing
Yeah.
campaigns. Great.
And changing ad messages. Yeah.
It's interesting because I haven't heard anyone describe it that way before, but you're basically framing this as you're actually starting to prepare for Black Friday and Cyber Monday in February or March because that, or sorry, like March, April, because that's 6, 7 months before Black Friday is
Oh,
kind of coming in, and you need to start,
yep.
prepping that
So
marketing engine.
I would say the catalog sales campaign should be always on. Yeah, it's great that you started it 6 months before the Black Friday Cyber Monday, so you will be able to scale.
Mm-hmm.
But ideally, you always should have the catalog sales campaign always on. You simply just getting the budget there the whole year round.
Right.
But do it quite faster during the Q3, yeah, before Q4.
What about Meta AI powered campaigns? I think this was something that you kind of wanted to talk about as well. Um, like, what are some of the best practices and top things that people need to know around scaling Meta
Mm-hmm.
AI powered campaigns?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, happy to share everything that I know, but I will keep my insights short because
Mm-hmm.
this is not a lecture.
Yeah.
So let's start. First of all, product catalog sales should be always on, no matter what product you have. Uh, but if you have more than 30 products, selling more than 30, ideally more than 100, you should have this campaign always on. This is evergreen campaign, and it only became better and better.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the intro, the basic stuff. So about requirements, yeah, what to do. Um, and what I also want to mention, why the product catalog sales should be always on. It should replicate the same experience when you go shopping offline. When you go to the street, there is some ads of some particular store with fancy products. You simply just see it. It looks interesting. Maybe you're not looking this, or you're looking this. You go to the store. You just need to see all the inventory. You need to take a look what they have and understand if it's interested you or not. So, and you don't need any specialist to help you. You just you and product. You just um, understanding what they have. The same the goal for product catalog sales. Based on the Meta AI and Google AI, it understands what the audience is interested in your products, when, and in which products. It helps your products to be at the home of your potential buyers, and they no need to
Yeah.
go out to see your product. So this is the goal of this campaign. And what the requirements there? So first of all, there should be proper pixel installation. Probably most people know this, but there should be pixels, only one pixel, not two pixels. It's very important. And there should be server side tracking turned on, and catalog should be properly integrated. All these things already done by Meta and Facebook official integration. So we always force our clients to use these integrations by default. And we use their product catalogs, their pixels, and their ad account. This is also most important to note. There should be one pixel per one brand, one Facebook page, and one ad account. All these per one entity or brand. Because if someone using two brands and one pixel for two brands, it will mess your results at all. Okay, moving forward, there should be minimum amount of orders in order to start. Definitely, if the shop don't have less than 100 conversions in the last 30 days, probably product catalog ads is too early to start,
Hmm.
or it will take too long for learning phase. So it will not be effective. So that's why we work only with clients who has at least 300 orders in the last 90 days. But this is the minimum.
What
It's not a sweet spot.
what would you recommend for brands that are like a little bit below that threshold right now? Let's say they're
Don't run it.
don't run ads.
First of all, yeah, try Google because it's more like search based.
Mhm.
Um, and try to cooperation with opinion leaders, so with any other channels, so that has direct access to your potential audience. Because in order to run Meta ads, Meta should know who are your buyers. If Meta don't know, you will spend money helping Meta to understand who your buyers. But this is not a cheap process; it's expensive process.
Hmm.
So start with Google. Start with any alternative channels. Um, I know the partnership with opinion leaders, they could start. It's also not cheap, but having your and there is some native applications on Shopify, a lot of them that help you to find particular audiences in particular marketplaces. So targeting needs to be done by you, not by Meta. Once you will have more than 100 orders in the last 30 days, okay, go to ads. It will be meaningful.
So basically figure out who your market, who your customer is, and
Yeah,
that's proven out
yeah,
by getting that first 100 orders within 30
yeah,
days. And then once you figure that out, okay, now you can scale this. You know that there's a need, you know, the type of customer
yeah,
that you're kind of
yeah,
targeting, and you should have enough revenue at that point to support
yeah,
ad spend at X amount of dollars,
yeah,
2,000, 3,000 a month to justify giving Facebook the money to learn more about who your customer is and target them and everything like that.
yeah,
So that money
yeah,
to basically experiment at that
yeah.
point more or
This
less.
is there is some very unique cases where shops don't have orders like at all. They start getting results, but this is you will be lucky if you will
Mhm.
have this. So definitely you can try to run ads on Meta with catalog sales or any different approaches. You should have really good campaign structure. You really have to good understanding who your audience based on interests, etc. On Meta. Good creative. So you probably can get a lot of results by going to agency or be expert yourself. This is probably worth it. So I my comment regarding how to start catalog sales efficiently, not about general ads. Okay.
Yeah. Uh, but for Google specifically, because you're targeting by keyword and a couple other variables, it's
Yeah,
easier to get
it
started
will
with
work.
Google, even if
Yeah,
you only have 30 orders a month, 40
yeah,
orders a month.
yeah.
Even
And we have Google. Yeah, sure.
yeah, okay.
We have clients who started 10, 15 orders last 30 days.
Mhm.
We first qualify it. And with the Google, he now spending tens of thousands a month. Very, very successful.
What are
But
some
definitely they started with Google, not with Meta.
What are some of the biggest mistakes that you see brands doing? You have this huge data set to base this
Um,
off of. Like, what are some of the big mistakes that you see brands doing that
so,
are at least like somewhat established?
um, the first of all, and Meta by default having a catalog that has product group and like 5-10 variants in each product. And when you're connecting your catalog and start running ads, you're basically advertising instead of 100 products, 500 products, and uh, only 20% of the products are unique. So
Right.
the first issue and the most important is to merge when you're integrating with a catalog, with a meta product catalog, is to make sure that you have only one variant per product.
Mhm.
This will help you to increase the learning phase dramatically faster and have higher ROAS. So the first thing we're doing in our integration is we're removing variants into one product, one variant per product. This is very important. Another mistakes about scaling. So or starting campaign with high budget. It's
Huh.
never works. So even if you already have shop with good order history, etc., campaign will be always in learning phase. So we do recommend to start with up to $50 a day, and then step-by-step scaling. In this way, you will wait maybe 1 month more, but you will not lose money, and you will definitely be able to scale efficiently. Um, and the learning phase will be faster as well in terms of getting the optimal ROAS. Then do not scale budgets really fast, like no more than 50% at the time or 100 at a time. Scale step by step. But sure, if return of investment advertising spends allows to grow faster, that's fine. But mostly, if your return of advertising spends 2x or 3x, and you increasing budget 50% at the time, your returns will be during the next months less than one. There is no make sense in doing this. So it's better to increase 10%, 20%. Your ROAS will be 2x. And then in 1 month, you go another shot higher. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what else I can see? Yeah, there is one point also. A lot of brand thinking that setting up campaigns is just collection carousel with products. It's very important to set the correct ad message that describe the average brand mission or value or benefits they provide in under than 120 symbols characters. It
Mhm.
should be very short what you're doing because people are already reading this.
Yeah.
And by chance, add some video or picture, like here image or here picture for this ad. So instead of viewing all the product catalog, potential buyer will see your main picture of what your products looks like on someone. One of the best picture you have. Yeah, one.
Yeah.
Yeah, describe your brand. Um, I think this is the important, uh, most important mistakes.
Uh, Paul, thank you so much for doing this, man. I really appreciate it. We're kind of out of time here. If people want to connect with you or learn more about you guys, where can they find you?
LinkedIn and email. You can put somewhere my email as well. I'm always
Yeah.
happy to connect, share experience, etc.
And the website's adwisely.com or just search up Adwisely in the Shopify app store, right?
Yeah, just Google Adwisely or ChatGPT Adwisely. You'll be fine.
Awesome. All
And
right.
yeah, and my email is pm@adwisely.com.
Awesome. Paul, thank you so much for doing this, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.
Thanks.